Hi, welcome to Cute Things by Rebecca. I am Rebecca, and today we are going to make a cute little mug rug. And this one's a little different than the other versions that I have, so I thought I would do a video on this. Um, this is just a center mug rug with some sides. So these are the supplies that you'll need. I have some batting, just regular cotton batting. You can use felt or whatever you'd like. Hoop stabilizer, I'm using poly mesh. I like to use that for the mug rugs. I have my centerpiece, and my cuts are just scraps of that I had laying around, but in the directions they'll be more specific, but I do like my cuts a little larger. So this is a centerpiece, and then you're going to have two sides. So we'll have a side, and then we're going to embroider on the center. So, and I'm doing the envelope closing, so I have two extra pieces folded over, so when we do that envelope close, it'll look like that. So let's get started. The first step on the machine is a placement step. I'm going to do that and I'll be right back. Okay, so we made a placement step. I'm using a light yellow, but that's a placement step. So now what you want to do is take your batting and just lay it over the placement step. The next step's going to tack that down. Okay, so our batting is on now. If you like, you can trim away the batting. I'm not going to do it. I don't think it's that necessary. It doesn't leave a lot of bulk on the sides. So if you want, go ahead and trim. The next step on the machine is going to do a placement for your centerpiece. Okay, so our placement step is ran. The next step on the machine will tack down your centerpiece. So go ahead and line up your pieces to how you want it, and run the next step, and that will tack that down. Okay, so now that your fabric is tacked down, go ahead and trim on the edges on the sides. The next step on the machine is going to do the little quilting, so I'm going to trim and then I'm going to run that step. I will be right back. Okay, so this is what it looked like after I trimmed it. I just trimmed a little bit and left some. And you want to leave a little bit so it doesn't tear. And the quilting is done. Now you can run the design elements. And when those are done, I will be back and I will show you how to do the sides. Okay, so the design is done. Now the next step after the design is going to be a line on the left side. That's a placement for your side piece. I will run that right now. Okay, so here's the line. Now what you want to do is take your side piece and look at it and see how you want it. I think I want my little son's facing up. So it's going to look like this, but you want to take this fabric and turn it pretty side down and just line up the edge piece past that line there. So now what's going to happen is we're going to have another line, then we're going to flip it over. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so that's secured on now. You just want to take it and flip your fabric over. Just finger press it a little bit. And the next step on the machine is just going to tack this down. It's going to just go around and tack it. I will do that. I will be right back. Okay, now we're going to do the same for the right side. So go ahead and do your placement step for that line. I'm going to do that. I will be right back. Okay, get your other side piece of fabric and put it how you want it. I think like so. And then flip it so the pretty side is down and just past that placement line because it's going to stitch over again. So however you want it. I think I want where my son's showing. So let's see. Might be too much. Okay. Let's go ahead and run that line. Okay, we did that. Now take and flip your piece over and just finger press it and put it back in the machine and tack that side down. We are almost finished. So the next two steps on the machine are your closing steps. If you want to do a turn through, you want to place your whole back piece on the top like so, and it will stitch all around, leaving an opening so you can turn through it. I'm going to do the envelope closing, which is the very last step on the machine. So if you're doing the envelope closing, go ahead and skip that step and get your pieces to do the envelope closing. You can place them wherever you want, just as long as you have a little bit of overlap. And make sure it covers your outline. And what I like to do, and this is what I always do, I take a piece of tape, and where I know it's going to stitch, right here on this line, at where my folds meet, I put a piece of tape there. It doesn't matter what kind of tape, whatever. That way, your foot won't catch under this and rip it up. So just some tape along that line that is going to stitch, and you can see that is the placement step. So right around there is where you want to place your tape. So if it goes this direction, it won't catch, or if it goes this direction, it won't catch. So that's what I like to do. I've had mine catch before, and I'm not doing that again if I can help it. So I'm going to skip to the last step on the machine, and I'm going to run that. I will be right back. Okay, so we're all finished. Yay! So I'll just remove from your hoop and trim. Let me take my tape off. And you can also put a piece of tape in the middle if your machine goes back to the middle. That way it won't catch too. I just like to be extra careful because even though it's the last step, I don't want it to mess up or mess up my machine. So that's why I use the tape. Excuse me. So let's go ahead and trim. Mug rugs are a cute little gift for any occasion. I sell a lot around Christmas time. It doesn't matter the theme. Usually, if I have them, I sell them. I use them here in my office. They're just cute. I just like them. So now we did the envelope closing, so you just turn through. Poke out your corners. And then I iron it, but I probably won't do that for this video. But all closed up. And you can seal this with Stitch Witchery if you want, you know, or just leave it open. People get creative with that open pocket. They stuff all kinds of things in there. Anyways, there we go. Guess what, guys? Sunny days ahead. I am so looking forward to warmer days. It's been a cold one in northern Arizona, and I'm ready. So there you go, a cute little center motif mug rug. Thank you so much for watching.